Welcome. Hello. Just waiting for the game to load up, to be honest. And we'll actually, I'll intro the... Welcome. Hello. Just waiting for the game to load up, to be honest. And then I'll, do our intro. Sound seems to be working perfect, which is always an added plus. Which is lovely. Wouldn't you agree? That voice is back again, I see. Just waiting for it to sync the data and then it'll, Just waiting for it to sync the data and then it'll, we'll actually be able to properly start the stream. We'll start on the title screen this time instead of actually why is it why is it taking like forever, man? We might actually end up talking about Paris since I haven't heard of my friend who should have been joining us today. Which is fine. It means that we can actually talk about the Paro arc, which is something that I did really want to talk about because it is my favourite arc, and we actually get to see what the lead up into Chronicle is. Like, Chronicle was created by Kaita Don, Kamen Rider Gaim Zombie, Dangerous Zombie, and a bloke called Paro. So we're going to talk about Paro for a bit, and then we're going to go back and actually talk about, if we have time, talk about Chronicle. But if we don't, then we can save talking about Chronicle for next time, because Chronicle and Paro's little mini arc take place within the same arc, which is called Kamen Rider Chronicle. The game that the Doctor Riders were basically the beta testers for, with their gadgets: Mighty Action X, Paddle Quest, Bang Bang Shooting, Mateki Bike, and then Dangerous Zombie. It goes with the 5 beta test games that allowed Kaito Don access to actually do his thing. There probably won't be an official intro for this, because I probably don't want to cut anything from this. I'm just gonna it won't be a hello. It would just be a what the hell is going on with the game? I don't have a bloody clue. Well, allow me to talk a little bit about the lead up into Chronicle and stuff like that, to be honest. We'll probably do another mining sesh, because we're setting up the farm, because I want, see if I can fix this problem quickly, because none of my skins are loading, which is weird. Let me it's updating. That's why. Or there's another thing that I did want to do, but it's dependent on if we actually have time, because it will take like between like 2 to 4 hours to properly do, which is playing Fatal Bullet. But I might save that for the weekend. It's dependent on what I feel like doing this week, personally. Like, for example, with Dead by Daylight, the Ring chapter is coming out soon-ish, so can't wait on that. Really can't wait for that to come out. Let me just... There we go. I'm reloading, because it might... Ish, so... Can't wait on that. See if we can actually get the game to work, because... Because, to be honest, do you know what I mean? Like, it is kind of... It's based upon the film called The Ring, which is like one of my all-time favourite horror films. But we will actually get into talking about Chronicle. I am just gonna update the stream title to do with that, because so while Minecraft sorts itself out, I'm just gonna do that. Why isn't a T button on my phone working? There we go. Just gonna set the category up again, because I have to do that every time I edit the... There we go. Now I'll just back out into the Stream Manager and we'll actually get to play Minecraft. See if I can just grab my phone stand, because I don't know what the fuck just fell. Just so we can actually talk about Chronicle. Well, not actual Chronicle. Chronos' mini arc within Chronicle. And actually talk about Paro, because Paro is if you've watched most of the Minecraft streams, like especially probably 02, 01, 02, and 03, and then 05, and then this one, you'll have a base understanding of Act 1 and Act 2 of Kamen Rider Exode. It's fine if you haven't, but I just don't feel like having to explain everything again. Basically, because that's andesite. So it shouldn't be in there. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's done there. There it is. See how this is coming along. And that's the thing, like, we might do a little bit of work on the house today. Because I would like to at least get a base idea of what is going on. Because that's when we can change the material. I just want to see. So we built the corners out of andesite. Doran, sorry. Because we can get a ton of that for now, which can be. I think I want this to be 2 floors. So if we plan out floor 1, but yeah, hope everyone's Wednesday's going well. There's a brand new post on the Instagram, and the Lunar Night video is now up, so if you would like to check out any of those, I'd be appreciated. It would be appreciated if you would go and check those out. I can understand if you didn't want to. Would want to. But yeah, I plan for this to be like the first floor. Probably like window there, no. With like a staircase going up on this side. Any other blocks on me? Birch. So like a staircase that goes up like so. Sorry about background noise, it's just fucking parrot being a pain in the ass. That's the thing, I can go and get more birch to build the staircase and actually have it go up with a banister that goes up to the 2nd floor, where there'll be like probably like a mini. I don't really know what I want to do with this house, to be honest, but I just want one, so we're not living in that little fucking thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, because the thing is, like, one thing that I do want to set up eventually is an automatic iron farm. So if we were to like an iron golem killing thing machine to get us iron while we're sat working on these like projects like the house and especially like the castle. So I don't know if I want to set it up near either the castle or near this house. Probably. I don't know, to be honest. Let's probably like near there, would be a good spot, like behind the mountain. Would probably be a good one. But then we'd have to actually build the bridge. So that might be today's project. Is to actually build the bridge. So if we take 52 bit of cobble and we got 9 bits of iron. I would like to put in the bit of meat so we can get something cooking. Yeah, it was it was worth it. How you doing, Shape? Hello, hello, Shape. Hope you'll start shining brightly. But yeah, it's nice that you were able to stop by. But yeah, if we get the bridge done today, meaning next week we can work on the castle and actually get these like not that down. That'll be something we do today. I wonder why. It's fine because I can get rid of the water source. I think just need to figure out where it is. Because I actually do want to build like a proper pond. Like, have it come down in this direction to be like here. Is where I want the direction of the water to flow. I want it to flow from up there all the way down on a diagonal, which is fine because I can landscape the mountain a bit. Have it come down into a pond that's here. Because the bridge is going to be here. Good sugar cane. Plant just a little bit more. So if we mark out the direction we want it to be, which is 2 there, and then 2 there, and then if we go like 2 out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 out, 1, 2 out, oh, and then out again, 2 out, up, 2 out, up, 2 out, and up. I think this will be like the middle of it, because then it's got to start to come down again, so 2 across, and then it will start to go down. So if we see, so it's 2 across, up. Give me a fucking trident. Come here. Get fucking here, you twat. Come on. See ya. I didn't drop a trident, which is sad. Alright. So if we do the same on this side, see, because it goes up. So it's 1, 2. And it goes up by 1 and 2. Up and by 3. Then it goes up by 3. Up by 1. So 1, 2, 3. Right, I think that is in line with that, and then because now we can build this one site going up if I go get a ton of birch. I think birch will look nice. Because then it will just be more convenient to then boat the villagers from that one side to over here, and then we can boat them, you see, directly from the bridge through here, and then probably like not mean to do that, because we could put the villagers to admit over here for now, because I'm gonna have to look up how to make automatic iron golem farm. So if we make one of those, near here, next to the mine, because I plan on making like a villager trading hall here. Well, not a villager trading hall, like a breeder here, like a proper one. Just do you a favour, mate. I'll kill ya. Now I'm trapped down here. Give me a second, I'll get out. But, yeah. But yeah, that is the plan. It's like... If we go down here... and just mine this down a bit. That one there, that one there. Punch that. Punch goes to there. Punch goes to there. Them there. Because, like, I want to actually make, like, a proper staircase up and all the way down to the specific layers that we need to get down to. Like, I want to I do want to eventually mine this lapis and go all the way down and get the diamond, because I know that there's a trick for that. Because if we can get an enchanting table, that'd be brilliant, and then we could start enchanting things. It goes nearly done. There they are. Do I still have my hoe? Yes, I do. And I still have the water bucket, so we can extend this for now. That's what we'll do. Hey, it actually did grow in the end. Right, let's run up here. Motherfucker. Let's see if I can try the other side. Fucking... And I don't have a pickaxe. Oh, I do. I made a ton, remember? Just mine, stay here. Glad that you are enjoying the stream so far, Shape. It's, seems that you're the only bloke that's actually remembered to turn up at this time. For a bit of digital Lego. Just did me a bit of damage, but like, at least didn't blow up an area that was being in development, because I didn't want to have to. Use this little trick that I know of to extend the water. And so that's the thing, I will make a permanent spot for growing these, probably like behind the mountain, because it creates this shitty looking dirt, which is a pain. But yeah. Because that's the thing, if I can get a food source, like as good as this, and then I can breed / heal the villagers up with the said food source. Should we go over and see what they're up to? Because that's the thing, I would like to build, like, the frame for my house. Like, all the framework and stuff out of spruce. But yeah, what's the, eventual plan? My cobblestone gate goes. It does like bout around to the barracks, which is a good thing. Hello, there's a cat in here still. There's one up there, and then so there is only 2 of you still in here, which might be a bad thing. I do have 2 bits of oak left, meaning... And then if I put a lid on this thing, and put another bed there, I could turn this into a bit of a breeder for a bit, and then carry the access off, or they might be down here. But yeah, I would like to put some more of like a wall, and especially like build out a path that goes directly from there on a diagonal over from when where the bridge comes through. Yeah, I'm gonna get Peter on my ass for all the animals I'm killing today. Which comes out around, it should be coming out around here, but I can't be sure about that. But yeah, if we dig up this, we should have enough to at least put some form of a wall on the old house. Because yeah, it's a quite a good time to be on a float. Right, let's dig these up. And then make a way so I can actually get up. And then get up here like so. Might have to go and make another axe, which is fine. It's just, yeah, let's go make another axe. Put the spruce in there for now. Eat goes, so we're back up to full hunger. Right, let's get back to it, shall we? Up we go. Ow. Fucking fell. Fucking... Alright, we're nearly at the top, which is a good thing. There we go, we'll be able to make it day. I feel like I will eventually have to fence, where is it, down here? Off, just in that direction, just because, then the animals can't actually get into it, which will be quite effective. Get rid of those. Right, and then do a bit of those. I feel like there should be, at this point, something that like wraps around, so like, because this is like the top of the staircase, so it makes a bit of sense. For it to do something like that, just so it makes a nice wrapping effect. And it makes the house actually look like it's on stilts, and especially splitation in the floors, so you can actually tell which is the first and which is the second floor. Because since a lot of the house is made out of the same wood, I would like to use birch floor. I think use like a ton of the different woods, because having spruce for the frame, and then birch for the floors, and then oak for the walls will just make it look nice. And then do have quite a lot more oak. I just need to go and grab the, and like I think if we get some oak slabs to put on top of the I think that's where that should be. To be in line with this one, yeah. See if I actually got any saplings, because if I don't, then I'll have to change. I got 4 back, which is a very good thing. So if we... That's the thing, the path is going to come from my house down, because the farm's around there, so if it comes from the house, goes on a bit of a diagonal, goes across the farm, and then on another diagonal down to the bridge. I think that might actually look good. But yeah, I feel like this will just be like a house building stream in the end, because it's quite good. But I think we will actually talk about power in just a minute. I just need to load up the file. Right. Right, I think we are actually going to go... If you've seen before we go into an X8 round, I want to just talk about this week's episode of Zenkaiser, because it feels like this week was the last week of just general episodes, if you know what I mean, like episodes that feel like every other episode of Zenkaiser. Like, because the week before we had Stacy's whole getting rid of 2 Kaiser with the thing, and I feel like now that Stacy is unpossessed, because this was the end of the Stacy possession arc, I don't know if this is actually going to help them liberate Tikokia. Or he might actually show them where the parallel gate is. Because he's used it quite a lot through the series. So he might. It's dependent, really, on what he might actually do. There we go. If we can just landscape this just a little bit to bring out that bit of texture. Because that's the thing, I would like this to all be on like the same layer, and then it comes down a layer into that, and then it comes down. Being like, this is on like a semi-hill, like a little hill, and then like next to the mountain. Because behind the mountain, which is going to be... I will... like, actually... eventually... layer this, because it's a bit... just, standing on its own. Which is, don't even know how it's physically doing that, to be honest. There we go. Let's see if it will grow again. Because it might actually need that bit of extra space. So, if we put the torch there, because that might do it. Replace that and then make it go up like so. Hey, there we go. Because that's the thing. If we go and get the spruce that we had from in the chest, which is another 40, we'll be able to get the first floor done today. But I know for a fact we probably won't have enough for it to be completely done. And we do have, I think it's another... I'll have to go and get some more not spruce, in oak. Yeah, because there's the other 42. Because that's the thing, even if we have to just frame it today, that would be good. Right, so let's actually get into talking about Paro, shall we? Because if we don't, then we're not actually going to have time. So, Paro was interested in the development of the game. He wanted to play it with Emu. That game being Kamen Rider Chronicle. As the perfect subject, the paradox of defeating M. It is later revealed from Dawn that Chronicle is supposed to be a survival style game where everyone is given the ability to become a Kamen Rider. Interactions intends of using Kamen Rider Chronicle as a means to erase humanity. He is a formal antagonist turned Kamen Rider, hero of Ex-Aid. He is a Bugula, as I've explained before. They are basically the virus, the game virus, that turns people into video game villains from the games. Oh, that's weird. Why didn't you give me something? That's why. The species that those video game entities are called, they're called a Bugula. For example, as well, Poppy Pietermotimo is also a Bugula, but she is a good Bugula for quite a bit, until she gets brainwashed in the events of Chronicle. Because in the first, 20 or so episodes of Chronicle, she is brainwashed into working as an evil Bugula with Kronos and Paro. Graphite and Paro, sorry. Fucking brain. Couldn't think of his name. Got life for me there. But, yeah. Their main goal is to eradicate, basically kill off the human race. It's their main goal. It's what they wish to achieve with Chronicle. His true agenda is to enjoy his fight with the Bugula his actual human host, because the Bugulas can be split off from their human host, which is what happened with Emu. Because Emu was patient zero of the game virus, and it's because of that it gives him the ability to transform into Kamen Rider Ex-Aid. Is that reason why? It's because of his potent leftover game virus that allows him to not have to have the operation surgery to become a Kamen Rider. Basically. It's one more up and then we go across. Being a prideful race. His first creation, a Bugula, to be born as the Paro's genius lay in Mighty Action C, a demo of Mighty Action X, which is Emu's main gacha / form, was the fact that the original game virus was hidden, basically. Meaning that because he played that prototype, basically the game demo of Mighty Action X, which was Mighty Action C, he ended up being patient zero of the game virus, which was... It does have consequences, because it's because of his Inloent being patient zero, he gained the ability to create games, like Oh, fucking fell all the way down. Like, for example, Mighty Action X Brothers is one of the few that he does end up making with this ability. Because it should have been a gadget that only a bugler could use, but because Emu uses it, because he is Patient Zero, he was able to turn it into Mighty Action X Brothers, basically. One down, like so. You see, because then it'll go into that. And then there'll be a roof. But yeah. Created by the teenager version of Kaito Down. The Bugula virus has found in Kaito on his laptop in the early 2000s. He places it on the game disc in Kaito in active spite of the 8-year-old Emu. Designed, he sent an engaged Kaito who recognized the boy's vision and rivalry his own. The young Emu was unsurprisingly infected with they call Bugula virus, being Patient Zero, and within his subconscious wish for a friend to play games with, Paro has manifested within him. Paro's concept within Emu influenced him into becoming the genius gamer M. Under Paro's influence, Emu stayed from his original goal of becoming a doctor and became a professional gamer. Which is a really big plot point because, especially in Chronicle, because it comes up a lot, the fact that he was turned, thanks to Paro's influence, into the brilliant gamer M. Basically. Need to get... put these oak saplings in here for now, and then once those finish burning, I'll put the coal in, then it will actually work. But yeah. But after he participates in a gaming tournament against Genius Gamer N, who is Neko, who is a very important supporting character, Emu was abducted by Next Genesis Institute, who separated Paro from his body, while killing the doctors who operate from Emu. Fragments of Paro's Bugula virus still remained within Emu, allowing him to transform into Exode. Paro is first seen playing a portable version of Mighty Action X, and is performed by Graphite of a new Bugula inflation by Graphite, with Graphite proclaiming that they should soon be joined by an influx of comrades. Paro voices to him his opinion of this, and excitement at the prospect of their game field expanding, while he and Graphite continue to spread the Bugula virus. The pair would be assisted by Kamen Rider Gaim/Dangerous Zombie to gather data on the Rider Doctors, while Cardinal Dan was exactly opposed as the Kamen Rider Black Exade, which basically he went around with the Proto Gashats, with basically the level 3 forms, as Black Exade. But then he eventually had to scrap using the Proto Gacha, which is the Black Exode. He made Dangerous Zombie and continued to kick the literal shit out of the Rider Doctors. By laser controlled to Komodo Bike Gamer level 3, Paro manages to intervene by creating a protective barrier to allow Kaito to escape. Obsessed by the expression he puts on Kaito's gamer driver to give the impression that he is the Black Exode, to fool Emu and Haito to lose their trust in Kaibi Koi, which is Razor, by the way. Because I haven't really mentioned Razor, because he only comes up in like a couple episodes, so it's like not really worth, like, it wasn't really worth mentioning him until now, because that is the reason why. It's because of that reason. There we go. Good or better. The Proto Gadgets. That's the thing. If he continued to keep using the Proto Gadget of X8, it would slowly but surely hurt his body, meaning that he wouldn't be able to fight anymore. So that's the reason he gave up being Black Exode and made Dangerous Zombie, is so he could actually continue to, as I was saying earlier, kick the little shit out of the Riders. Come on. Come on. Kill both of them. Well done, me. See how this is coming along. But yeah, I will actually get back into talking about power in a sec. I'm just going to harvest this slot. Because that's the thing, baked potatoes are a pretty good food source within the game. Right, that seems to be a fully grown one. That one as well. Those aren't grown yet, which is fine. But yeah. Later on, Paro discovered that Graphite had taken the Proto Dragon Hunter XZ gacha, which is a 4-player multiplayer game that you hunt monsters in, and it gives it's like a unification of all 4 of the riders. It's not the riders, which is Emu, Kaito, Tiger, and Razor, into being a unit for a couple episodes. It was quite interesting, to admit, to see them play and actually have an alliance for a little bit, because they've always been like totally against. Well, Emu and Kaito are together because Kaito is Emu's superior doctor that he's intuiting in, doing his apprenticeship under. But the other 2 doctors didn't really get on with Kaito and Emu, so it doesn't really. But then once we have the Dragon Hunter XZ little arc, which takes over 3 episodes in the first arc, because it allowed put a couple more pieces of coal in there. Because it allowed joining forces tribute Dragon Hunter Z's power into four things, as I was talking about a minute ago, to allow them. And then the Proto Gadget Hunter Dragon Z Graphite left behind, and Kaito was able to complete, well, Kaito Ogdan, not Kaito or Ichigo, which is yeah, I know they have a similar sounding last name, but it's not. Ichiko is Brave, and then you have Kaito Dawn, which is a fucking big bad boy. Was able to complete the test, and data recording as they proceed into the next stage of testing. Waiting at Kaito's hideout after he reveals himself to the Rider Doctor's power, was amused learning that he went as far to use the data as of its own death to complete his new gadget, Dangerous Zombie. I'm sorry, I just love saying that gadget, man. It's top tier. Remarking how terrifying it can be. Looking upon the completed gadget, Power voices his enthusiasm at the start of a new game. He continues to collect data on the Bugulars on Kaito Dawn's behalf as he prepares to work on his ultimate project, Kamen Rider Chronicle. And then later in Chronicle, the actual arc itself, Paro, because of Emu using his maximum Mighty Brothers X, he's able to basically program humanity into Paro that gives him the ability to use a Rider Driver. And because he has a Rider Driver, he can now use the true power of his double gacha, because he has Perfect Puzzle and then Ultimate Knockout. And because of his now human DNA, thanks to Emu himself, he can now actually use the true power and become Kamen Rider Paro XT. And I am going to go into the blank gacha, because I do have notes on that and what it actually does. So I'm just going to do a bit of mining and talking about it, to be honest. Receives a blank gacha that he would. Here you go. By Kaito Dawn, he needs more data to complete it. Upon learning that the gacha was lethal doses of the Bugular virus, Pyro gives it to Emu. This is how he makes brothers, by the way. Engaging to him to change his fate with it. His obsession with Emu. Attempt to use the gacha nearly, while activating it, nearly destroyed him. The gacha transforms him into Mighty Brothers XX. This completely surprises Gaim, while Paro felt fantastic by this, and eventually he would later receive the Dual Gear Dual Gadget, which has Perfect Puzzle and Ultimate Knockout. Included XA's battle with Brave and Snipe, and transforms into Kamen Rider Paro XT. Basically again. He proceeds to defeat all three of them using both of his forms due to him being at level 50, while Paro, due to old aid Gaim in collecting Bugular data and the Rider gadgets, his primary objective is to play with X-Aid more. However, Paro's partnership with Kaito would either fatal after killing Bergamon and Immortals out of malice. Kamen Rider X Paro XD in a humiliating manner after Kaito claimed that Bugulars were nothing but pawns to him. Kaito loudly reveals Emu's true nature as Patient Zero of the Bugular virus. Hoping to make Emu disappear before Paro could fight Emu. While Paro lifts him up by his jacket, he promptly lets go of Kaito and vanishes elsewhere, not returning until Emu's virus is subsided and personally restores. Despite their previous encounter, Paro would continue to see Kaito again to check up on the progress with Kamen Rider Chronicle, while fighting Kamen Riders Brave and Snipe as a pair have advanced to level 50, matching Paro in every terms. After Axa Aid has advanced to level 99 with Maximum Mighty X, Trevor tries to convince him to take Kaito's life, while Emu opts to spare him by stripping him of his powers. Paro took matters into his own hands by killing Kaito with a lethal blow of Dangerous Zombies data, while taking out Kamen Rider Chronicle from now on. The preparations into Kamen Rider Chronicle. Because Paro actually does a lot of the setup work into Chronicle. And if it wouldn't been for him, we wouldn't have had Chronicle. Paro would eventually compile the Bugular data contained in Gacharon Bugular to revive all of them, including Graphite. After the Lovelit Buff Bugular has infiltrated GameCorp and brainwashed Poppy people, Paro was able to complete Kamen Rider Chronicle. He welcomed Emu to the ultimate game. Oh, I left my other pickaxes back at home, didn't I? God damn it. I'll be back in a minute. Oh my god, is it fucking night time up there? Fucking is. There we go. Right, if we get some wood from here, we can make more torches. Meaning we can stay down there for quite a while longer. Because I would like to just do, like, build, like, half the castle in one video and then build the other half in, like, another video. Well, like, video slash stream. So I would like to do that. It would be a pretty good time, to be honest. Right. Where was I? After brainwashing. Here we go. He welcomed Emu to the ultimate game and transformed into Pyro XD to kill any Ridercom player that came his way. He revealed to Emu his hatred towards humanity, and Kamen Rider Chronicle was his way to wipe, was simply a means to wipe out humanity and mankind. I think it's mankind. I read it wrong. I don't know. Just looking at my notes, to be honest. That's the reason I wanted to just mime while I talked about this, because it's easier. While Ex-Aid eventually restored Poppy back to normal, Pyro was asserted that she was an ally of the Bugulars. But Gatwood was disappointed after Emu promised to play P Do Re Fit A Beat with her, which is a dancing game in the world of Ex-Aid. Pyro took the matters into his own hands. By possessing Emu's body, and after separating, he attempted to use the game driver, but he couldn't, as the belt was intended for a human user. After dragging Emu outside, Pyro reveals his true origins as Emu's Bugular. He transforms them into Mighty Brothers XX, assuming Ex-Aid's level XX. Pyro also reveals how he saved Emu's life from the moment his infection flared up. While Emu was motivated to fight Pyro, his reprogramming attack allowed Pyro to be able to use the gamer driver to evolve into Pyro XX level 99. Pyro continued to control Emu. This was stopped upon the surprise return of Kamen Rider Gaim using his power of level 0 to negate Pyro's abilities. As Pyro riled the high-tier Bugulars against the Kamen Riders, both sides find themselves facing against Kaito's father. And he's quite a chaotic boy, to be honest. Who reveals himself to be the true mastermind of Rider Chronicle and transforms into Kamen Rider Chronos. And that's where I'm going to leave it for the Ex-Aid part of the stream. Because any further and we'd actually be getting into the true ending. I need to go and gather notes from the true ending movie, and I want to watch the other specials to get notes from them, because I feel like with Ex-Aid there is a lot of side content that we need to talk about. So if I put off talking about the last mini arc of the show, which is the Chronicle arc itself, and not the Pyro arcs, because we've talked about Pyro today. So if we save Chronicle for next week, and we've got an interesting subject to talk about, and then we can talk about the true ending film and the other side films eventually. See, this is all at level 12. So what we could eventually do... Right, you see where the... the redstone is, which is here, and since where the gold is as well, we could make another tunnel going up the redstone. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I figured it's a tunnel again. It's 4 wide, isn't it? Or is it 3 wide? It's 3 wide. But yeah, I really do love Power. Power's just an absolute fucking insane lad, and he's just like... He's a main player in, like, both arcs, so it's nice to just truly talk about him. And the thing is, especially in my show review that you'll see at the end of the month, which is 28th of February, 29th, 28th, do you know what I mean? Like, the end of February, if you're following my Instagram, then you'll actually see, like, a proper fucking review based on this show, because the line art for it's already up now. So I can't wait to actually be able to, not, because I love, like, the more rambly style that the streams allow me to do, but I feel like it deserves, like, a proper review, in the sense of it being a, you know what I mean, like a proper review, without it being in segments. That you have to watch multiple streams to be able to understand the full context of the show. Because it's just like, it's a really interesting show, and I don't really want to... The reason I haven't gone into, like, all the individual game and, like, the game monsters that come up, it's because in the end, they all end up mashing into, like, 3 or 4... There's, like, a good, like, 6, 7, 8 monsters from the actual games that gadgets are based on come up. And it's like, I wanted to see more. I wanted to see, like, the villain from Mushy Fighters, from Perfect Puzzle, Brilliant Knockout. Like, because those games are really interesting in their abilities, like, but it's like, I really wanted to see what kind of bug alert those games would have made if they had proto gadgets, or like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's really, like, annoying that that's what happened, because I can understand they wanted to really focus on the story between Emu and Paro, which is fair, because it is a really good story, but it's like, you could have easily created more bugulars, and then you could have not instead of mention, as a good thing as a show writer you should do, is do something called show not tell, because a lot about Paro and the fact that, and Graphite, is the fact that they do have a lot of power and you get to see that, but they always talk about the fact that they especially when we get to Chronicle, there should be a good army, we should have comrades. It's mentioned a lot, but it's never truly shown, and it gets quite annoying to admit, to constantly hear it every, like, couple episodes, but never truly get to see the outcome, if you know what I mean. It's like, as a writer myself, it's quite annoying at the fact that the show kind of relies on a beginner technique, which is the opposite of show not tell, which is a tell not show. That's one of my only few gripes with the show overhaul, is that fact. Because the show is really enjoyable and it's a really good ride. I'd recommend you go and ride it and go and actually watch the show. It's quite good. Oh, for God's sake. There's water there. Which means there might be more water if I break the top here. Yep. Oh my god, I fucking... fucking... But I might end the stream around here, to be honest. Like, I know we haven't actually done our usual hour, it's just that... For what I want to do this afternoon, we're going to need more time. Because we are going to start up again at about 1. But I need... Because I think we are going to either start Act 2 or play another game that I really wanted us to play, which is the game that we should have started last weekend instead of singing, because singing wasn't an option, but we ended up playing Lunalight, which is another game that I've had on my play later list, because on the Xbox Game Store you have something called a play later list. So I've got quite a few games in there that I want to play. So yeah, I hope that everyone has enjoyed this morning's stream. If you if you've watched the stream, I'd like it if you'd at least give me a follow if you've watched all the way up to this point. But if you've watched up to this point in the VOD, I'd be more than glad if you hit the little like button down there, because if you scroll down you'll see a little thumbs up. If you could click that, I'd be appreciated. And also, if you could click the little red button and ding that little bell, I'd be more than appreciated. And I'll see ya in a bit. Toodles!